Yes, yes. All right, here we go. So, how to get more cash from your CRM. Yes, not your ATM, your CRM. All right, so let's make it rain. First thing that we want to get into is the C. Okay, so the C for cash out of your CRM is customers. So, how can you acquire more customers? And so, the easy way to do this, there's actually three different things that I'm going to run through real quick. Got my notes so we can keep this brief and stay on schedule. So, the first thing that we can do is we can get some reviews. And so it sounds simple because we're talking about reputation management. But by getting reviews and having that automated using your CRM to make sure that the email is getting sent, and then you could also, make sure that you have the right task or either a text message that pops up to make sure that we're getting the reviews. Next thing is referrals. Again, this is one that gets dropped so much is referrals, because I think the number one reason why, especially in the automotive industry, we don't get as many referrals as we need is because we simply don't ask. So why not utilize your CRM to make sure that at least 80, 90, hopefully 100% of the times we are asking for referrals. So your sales team, your BDC team, your management team, whoever wants to do this needs to make sure that we're asking for referrals, and even have even a roadmap of a call of what to say in order to get the referrals, because sometimes they either haven't been trained, we haven't been trained on how to ask for referrals, or we're just simply lost. So make sure you're having that throughout your CRM as well. Okay, and so the third thing, let me get in my notes real quick, is to make sure that you're adding friends and family. So this goes back to adding customers into your CRM using cash. But what you can do is have people, especially when they get started working in the auto industry, is making sure that they're going through social media, connecting with friends there, and then also getting those people in CRM where it makes sense. So if you think about it, way back in the day, before even CRMs were really around, what you would do is if you came and you worked at the dealership, the first thing they do is say, give me 100 friends. You got to get 100 friends, 100 family members, and that's what you need to work. Well, the cool thing is with this thing, social media, what can you do? You can literally just go through your list and find people and just let them know, hey, this is where I work, put them in the CRM, and just start calling on them, emailing them, texting them, obviously get permission, but just make sure that you've got them in that flow to make sure that you're putting them in a custom status in your CRM, which is like referral or social media friends, okay? So now let's move over to the A in the cash. So for A, we're going to talk about assets. And assets, more particular, is going to be inventory. So how do you get more inventory using your CRM? And really, it's simple. It's nothing new. It's data mining and equity mining, specifically here, data mining. And my tip for this is what I've seen to be successful when you're trying to get inventory using your CRM through data mining. The best way is to kind of have a story about it. So a story is meaning like, hey, we just sold our last whatever that SUV is, and we are struggling in order to meet the demands of our customers. So it would be great if we could get the opportunity to give you a value for your vehicle. Yes, you're fill in the blanks, and give us an opportunity to give you top dollar, because we'd much rather buy from our customers than have to go to an auction or buy rental cars or whatever that is. So by utilizing, and the biggest thing with dealerships, and I know I'm getting a little off track, but I think a lot of you are following me on this, the biggest reason why data mining does not get done is because people are not held accountable. So not only do you need to use the A for assets, but also use that A for accountability to get those assets, and make sure that each day, daily, you're setting up the right processes and having the right people call on your customers and letting them know to take advantage of this awesome opportunity. Okay, so now when it gets to the S comes down to the sales and service processes within your CRM. So a lot of times, now that it's 2021, it's a new year, sometimes you could have different vendor partners, different people that are working. And so it's a good time right now to reevaluate your sales and service processes within your CRM to make sure that they match up with your current vendors and your current website or whichever, because sometimes I've seen CRMs, and some of y'all know about this, that have not been tweaked for years, sometimes almost a decade. So take the time to kind of like clean the closet out a little bit, look at your processes and make sure they make sense for 2021 and beyond. And the last H, I don't even need to look at it because this was one of my favorites. So for cash, the last H is for high interest customers. Okay, so you can get more cash out of your CRM by helping high interest customers. This is a win-win. It's a win for the salespeople because they get the opportunity to help somebody buy a vehicle and possibly lower their payment. And then, what does it do for the consumer? It helps the consumer because you have consumers that had life happen. 2 or 3 years, 4 years ago, something happened that made them have a much higher interest rate now than what they should be paying currently. So 3 years ago, they signed up on a 15%, 18%, 20%, 30%. Can I hear you? No. Okay, so what we can do is we can simply call those customers, drop a couple lines and talk about how you want to help them. And it's a win-win, because not only do you get to help them get into another vehicle, you get to help them lower their payment, but you also get to help the dealership sell another vehicle. So those are the four, the breakdown. So you had cash, quick recap: cash, C for customers, acquire more customers with using cash for your CRM, A for assets, S for your sales and service processes, and then H for high equity. So let's go crush 2021 and beyond. I hope you like this. If I can be of service to you in any way, just let me know. Thanks and take care.